Listen, to all the people that keep saying nothing is going to happen, no one is going to do anything about this, I promise you, something is about to happen.
I'm a United States American. If I cry, it's because I'm frustrated. It's hard to talk about this without being frustrated. Okay. I felt that it might be a good idea to be prepared just in case the worst happens in the United States, but
with what's happened just in the last 24 hours, those who are holding back prepping shouldn't. Things just got worse.
Across the US right now, there is a growing feeling, not just online, but in everyday conversation, with the rising cost of living, global wars, our political division, and economic uncertainty, many people feel that something big is going to happen and people should stay prepared. So I don't know if you feel that something big is going to happen, but let's see the reaction first, then I'll come back with more commentary and let me know your thoughts in the comments, all right? And let's dive into it.
What I have experienced over the course of the last 2 days, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. The closest that I've experienced would be right after 9/11. If you are old enough to remember what it was like, it was total uniformity. There was flags everywhere. America was totally aligned in one mission. That is what this country is. The amount of DMs, I cannot keep up with the amount of people DMing me right now asking to get organized. This is insane. Think about all of the rage and everything that happened in 2020. This is 100 times that. People are getting madder and madder, and nobody's doing anything to quell their anger. Nothing is happening. People are just getting more and more upset. Seriously, think about this. Every conspiracy theorist that you've ever known, which we can't even call them that ever, but there's always been in your group, in your friend group, in your coworker group, there's always been a conspiracy theorist. And what happened? Did they just stop when you made fun of them? Did they just give up? No, they just got madder and madder. It becomes part of their identity. Once you know, you can't unknow. Once you know the insane injustice that is happening, you can't unknow. That's what's happening. That's what's happening to everybody in this whole country. I promise you, something is going to happen.
I want us to be unbothered, but I do not want us to be unprepared. I want to give you 3 tips of how to prepare for what's coming up next in this storm. Number 1, I want you to stack your paper. Make as much money as you can. Do your side hustles, do whatever, save your money. Number 2, I want you to prepare your house. Make sure that your home has plenty of food, water, and protection. And you know what I mean by protection, okay? And number 3, keep your eyes open. If you think things are bad now, they're gonna get worse. They are tired of our unbotheredness, and they're gonna keep pushing the line. I want you guys to hold the line, stay unbothered, and be prepared.
Hi, I don't know what you've been doing. If you've been collecting supplies, water, extra container of Band-Aids, Neosporin, or you have upped it to maybe even getting a backup power generator. But if I were you, I would get into high gear. Things are not good right now. They're going to get worse. And you need to have something to fall back on.
I'm people watching today. I'm seeing young couples, I'm seeing kids, and I'm seeing them just living normal lives and enjoying reality, and yet they are unaware of what the powers above us are doing to ruin our world. We didn't ruin our world, they ruined our world. And then when I think about it, right, with what is on its way, apart from Agenda 2030, the kind of stuff that's going to happen before Agenda 2030 for them to rise with the power that they want and for us to accept it, is that there's going to be things happening now that mean, and I mean 2027, and I can't be too transparent about it, because if I am, I think I might cause myself issues, so I need to get out before I do. Exit, protect. Now when I say exit, if you can exit, great. If you can't exit, then protect. Protect yourself in such a way. My meaning is not just about, arming yourself or getting a dog for protection or that kind of thing, securing your homes. I'd probably suggest doing some of that too. However, protect yourself, because when these wars occur, they don't occur on a physical front, a military, let's say. They'll occur financially, right? So if you have got debt, get rid of it. If you've got a mortgage, I've said this before and I'm saying it again, downsize. Put yourself in a position that you are secure. So if you're staying, secure yourself and prepare yourself with, food and other things in place that will get you by where you might have to stay inside for a while, if that becomes the case, because I believe that it is, and I'm going to do some more digging. I'm going to post more about it. I'm Sarah Hayati. I make money make sense, but this money sense, it's not just about finance, and it's not just about mortgages, and it's not just about savings and investments. It's the money sense that occurs around the world that is coming and that you need to prepare for. Anyway, 2 minutes are done. I'm not doing any more, and I'll post some more later on it. I've learned something today, and I can see that there's signaling, not the aliens, all right? I'm not totally insane, but there's signaling occurring, if you know what I mean. And if you do think, again, that I am making sense, put some information in the comments below if you know more than I do.
I am not saying this so that you panic, but please just expect that sometime in the near future, you're going to try to open your phone in the morning, go on the internet, and you won't be able to. Okay? There won't be Wi-Fi. You won't be able to go on social media. The internet is going to be down, and you're going to shit yourself. Because you're going to be like, what the frick? I can't communicate with anyone. What is going on? Well, what is going on is actually the old system that was based on frauds and lies and control and enslavement is being flipped over. So we kind of need to go dark. But it's not going to last a very long time. And this is good news. This is what we want. So whenever that day comes, I want you to know, don't shit yourself. I know we're all going to be a little bit uneasy of like, oh my God, here it is. But this is the liberation of mankind. Okay, so let's let it happen.
At this point, I think I even keep moving that line about what is acceptable and what is not for a country's government to do to their people. And I keep moving that line for myself and for what I feel is safe. I have a passport, but I don't know what the fuck to do. My whole life is here. Everyone's whole life is here. And my family's here. And I know that if I go, I'm not coming back. The things that are happening to the people living in this country and the things that my country is doing to other countries is inhumane. And I don't want my money to go towards any of that. I don't want to pay taxes here. I want a future. Sorry. I'm just so tired of gaslighting myself into thinking that if I stay here and work hard enough and be good, that I will have a good life. I was told a while back that my viral I'm an American video is quite popular in China to talk about something that they call the kill line for Americans. And that's where we are basically one bad thing away from being homeless. Even if this government goes away and we get some new people, I think that the way my country is set up is to not let us succeed. I think we are intentionally set up to fail. And my whole adult life, I thought something was fucking wrong with me because I couldn't succeed here. I have essentially malnutritioned myself into the point of perimenopause at the age of 35. You're not supposed to live like this for a lot of time. Everyone meet Chippy. My hormones are fucked. My energy is fucked. My emotions obviously are fucked. Although I feel like this is a rational moment to feel like this. I don't feel like a 35-year-old. It isn't right to have to live off of like super processed food and live in a house that has fucking mold in it and like be more and more in debt every fucking day just by existing. And I don't want to have to make this choice for myself. It's not in me to abandon people, and it's not in me to give up on a fight. That's for sure. But when do I get to be selfish and want my own... Sorry for crying. This is embarrassing as shit. When do I get to begin to live my life as a United States citizen? When does that start? I'm 35.
This isn't about fear, but throughout history, powerful nations have faced moments where people felt uncertainty in the air. During the Great Depression, Americans thought the financial system might collapse entirely. During the Cold War, families built bunkers, fearing nuclear war. After all, many believed the world order had permanently changed. And during the 2008 financial crisis, people thought the banking system would crumble. Yet the United States adapted each time. That doesn't mean people were wrong to feel concerned. It means uncertainty is a recurring chapter in powerful nations. Right now, Americans are facing inflation that has reshaped everyday life. Housing costs pushing families to the edge. Global conflicts involving major powers. Political polarization unlike anything seen in decades. Distrust in institutions. Rapid technological change through AI and automation. When multiple stress points hit at once, people naturally begin to sense instability. But here is a key difference between fear and preparation. Fear says, everything is collapsing tomorrow. But preparation says, let me reduce my vulnerability. Preparing means building resilience. Resilience can look like financial preparedness, reducing debt, building emergency saving, and diversifying income. 2. Community preparedness, knowing your neighbors and building real-world support systems. 3. Skill preparedness, learning practical skills that make you adaptable. And 4. Mental preparedness, staying calm, informed, but not consumed by panic narratives. Those who prepare calmly, not hysterically, will always be better positioned than those who either panic or ignore reality entirely. Feeling financially squeezed, politically unheard, socially divided, that creates emotional tension, and emotional tension can be interpreted as impending collapse. If something shifts in the coming years, it will likely be structural economic reform, political alignment, or technological acceleration, not an overnight collapse of a society. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.